So today we're going to talk about a very important and yet taboo topic. This topic is one of the largest, most stubbornest stumbling blocks that can be placed on our paths. For that reason, it is often the one that gets us tripped up the most, that will lead us off of our paths, that will keep us off of our paths. Today, we're going to talk about lust. Lust is that thing, that craving, that urge, that desire that we have deep down in our loins, that is the desire for satisfaction. It's the desire for something or someone to devour in a I don't want to say the exact word. I'm not sure if that's good for this platform, but it is when we desire something in an intense way that will quench a craving, a thirst that we have that is embedded deep in our loins. Now, lust is a very healthy thing to have when in relationship or in a marriage setting. It is a very healthy, desire to have. You should lust after your spouse. You should. Now, the reason why this is a large stumbling block is because lust will lead us into sin in a sexual way. Okay. Now, if according to the Bible, if we are not to partake in that act, and unless we are married, okay, when we do partake in that act, when we're unmarried, you will often find that it always, it's not often, it's not usual, it will always, it's a fact, it will always end in disappointment. Not disappointment because you were not pleased, but disappointment because that your desire is never fulfilled. So you are searching for something from someone else that will never be fulfilled if you're doing it in an unlawful, and when I say unlawful, I'm meaning spiritually unlawful way. Now, it is unlawful because, of course, you're not supposed to partake in that activity unless you're married, because once you're married, it is giving honor to God. If you're unmarried, then what are you doing? Then what are we doing? Like, I'm not saying that I have always been a saint. I'm not saying that, that I have never fallen, to this type of sin. But what I'm saying is that from my personal experience, it will always end in disappointment. And as I said, it's not disappointment because you're not pleased. You may feel, excitement and all the things, all the feelings and and all the emotions and everything in that moment, but in the end it will lead you down a rabbit hole because you are chasing fulfillment. You are looking for fulfillment, but you're looking to get it from someone else. So if you're being honest with yourself, what the question is, the question to ask yourself, and answer the question honestly. What is being fulfilled by this activity? I'm not talking about the surface level, thing, which the surface level thing is that everyone's looking for that point of completion. That's what everyone is looking for. But beyond that, or even with that, what does that give you? Even with that moment of completion, which I mean, we all know what that is, even with that, what does that get you? Because that's momentarily. So, what does that get you? Because the thing that we must understand, and I do have another video on here about, is the S word, is that worship. Because the thing that we have to understand is that when you encounter people during that activity, you are encountering them in a spiritual way. So you are also encountering whatever things that they are battling with. So yes, you can, there's different diseases that you can, obtain during this activity. So it's unsafe to just hop into bed with any and everyone for that reason. But it's also unsafe because you can obtain spiritual things from people as well. You never know what spiritual things that people are battling. So you are inviting their spiritual attacks. You are inviting whatever spiritual battles or whatever spiritual wounds that they have. You are also inviting that into your life. So you are taking on more than you even realize. So when we are trying to fulfill lust, which is a feeling, a desire, chasing fulfillment, when we are chasing lust, it is really, you're chasing fulfillment within yourself. You will never get it filled outside of yourself. So you will forever be chasing something. You will forever be finding another partner and another partner and another partner, because no one can, I don't care what tricks they know, what moves they know, no one can ever truly fulfill you when you are looking for yourself. And whenever you are looking for yourself, what you are really looking for is God, believe it or not. You are looking for a savior, is what you are looking for. You may not want to admit it. You may not even know it. But what you are looking for is not within the feeling of lust. What you are looking for is within. What you are looking for is belonging. What you are looking for is love. When you are afraid to ask for love because love has betrayed you, then oftentimes Lust is the next best thing that will freely be given, or that people don't hold lust back. They will hold love back, but they don't hold lust back. So instead of love, we ask for lust because that's freely given. When we get our lustful desires met, you feel powerful because you feel like you have gotten over on someone, because you feel like you have gotten love even though you didn't ask for it, because you're afraid to ask for it, because you know that most people will not give it. Most people are not offering that. So you feel like you have kind of gotten one over on somebody, because now you feel powerful, because it feels kind of like you've snuck and done something, or you've snuck and you know you've stole a sense of love or a form of love. But lust is just that. It's lust. It's a feeling. It's a desire. Lust is a misplaced fear. It's a misplaced longing. When you're really looking for love, but you're too afraid to ask for love, you will settle for lust. So you're never going to be fulfilled. Not truly. You will never truly be fulfilled with lust, because you're really looking for love. And the only way you can find love is within yourself, to look within. The only way you can really look within yourself is to go through God. When you find Him, you will find yourself. Once you sit in His embrace, in His love, and learn to see and love and appreciate yourself through His eyes, then there's really no lust, is not as desiring anymore, because you finally see it for what it really is. You finally see it as only a fraction. It doesn't even really scratch the surface of what true love is. But you can't find that true love through someone else or with someone else. You will never be fulfilled. You will go from one body to the next body to the next. So when you are ready to end your search, or to have your cup filled, when you're ready to end this battle with lust, when you're ready to begin on your journey of honest and true and pure self-love, which is really finding God's love, when you're ready to begin on that journey, go over to Amazon and pick up the book Mastering Teen Me, a journal for healing and self-love, written by Siobhan A. Hampton. This is a journal / workbook on the art of healing and self-love, as it says, but it's on how to find self-love through God's love is what it's about. And this is something that I feel like we are needing on the market today. This is something that should be taught in schools. It should be spread worldwide. So please grab a copy, purchase another copy for a family or loved one, and let's make healing the norm. Let's make healing the thing to do. But lust is going to be one of those major hurdles to jump over. Lust is that's the major hurdle to jump over. If you can jump over that one, then you have won your race. You have won your race. That's the beast to conquer. So until next time, stay vigilant and look within.